What if the fiery chariot that took the prophet Elijah into the heavens wasn't just a symbol of divine power, but an actual craft, an advanced vehicle that carried him from earth to the heavens? Could Elijah's ascension be more than a spiritual event? What if the chariot of fire was something more tangible, an alien technology, a craft from the skies, and the prophet was chosen to ride in it? The story of Elijah's ascent into heaven is one of the most dramatic moments in the Bible. We read in 2 Kings 2:11, as they were walking along and talking together, suddenly a chariot of fire and horses of fire appeared and separated the two of them, and Elijah went up to heaven in a whirlwind. At first glance, this might seem like a simple, miraculous event. But what if there's more to this story than we have been led to believe? Could the chariot of fire be a reference to something far more advanced than we have considered? Something not divine, but technological? We've all heard of Elijah's fiery chariot, but have you ever stopped to wonder what it really was? The Bible describes it as a chariot of fire, pulled by horses of fire. These vivid images are deeply symbolic. But what if they also describe something that could be understood in modern terms? Imagine this scene. A chariot, not made of wood or stone, but crafted from an unknown material, something that shines with a brilliance far beyond any earthly metal. A craft that is capable of ascending into the heavens, surrounded by an intense, fiery aura. Could this chariot have been an ancient spacecraft? A vehicle from the sky that took Elijah to the stars? The story of Elijah's ascent into heaven is filled with rich, symbolic language. The whirlwind, the chariot, the horses of fire, all of these elements stand out in the narrative. But what if these symbols were not just metaphors? What if they were actually describing advanced technology, a machine that used fire and wind, perhaps something like a spacecraft, powered by unknown forces? Imagine that this was not just a celestial event, but an interaction with extraterrestrial beings or an unknown civilization. This concept doesn't seem so far-fetched when we consider how much ancient civilizations may have misunderstood or misinterpreted advanced technology. In many ancient cultures, flying chariots or gods descending from the heavens in fiery crafts were common motifs. The ancient Sumerians spoke of their gods descending in ships from the heavens, and the Hindu Vedas describe flying vehicles known as vimanas, capable of traveling between the earth and other realms. Could Elijah's chariot be another example of these ancient encounters with advanced technology, perhaps even visitors from the stars? When we read the text closely, we find something curious. The chariot is not just made of fire, it is a chariot of fire. The word fire in this context could be interpreted as a symbol of energy, not necessarily something that burns. Could it be that the chariot was powered by some form of energy that was far beyond anything the people of Elijah's time could understand? Could they have witnessed an advanced vehicle that used energy in a way we are only beginning to comprehend today? Consider the whirlwind in which Elijah ascended. A whirlwind can be a powerful destructive force, but it could also describe the intense propulsion of a craft as it ascends into the sky. What if Elijah was taken not by divine hands, but by the force of a highly advanced propulsion system? The whirlwind could be the exhaust or thrusters of an ancient spacecraft, sending Elijah into the heavens at great speed. In this light, the whirlwind becomes more than just a natural phenomenon. It becomes part of the technology that made Elijah's ascent possible. In fact, when we look at the language used to describe this event, there are striking parallels to modern descriptions of UFOs and extraterrestrial encounters. Many witnesses of UFO sightings describe craft that are surrounded by strange lights or fiery auras. Some even describe feeling a whirlwind or powerful winds accompanying their sightings. Could these modern encounters be linked to ancient stories like Elijah's? Could they be echoes of similar technologies, misunderstood by people of their time? What if Elijah's ascension was not a religious miracle, but an interaction with a technology that the people could not possibly have understood. Let's explore a deeper layer of this mystery. In the biblical context, the concept of divine intervention was often closely tied to powerful, inexplicable phenomena. We see this with Moses and the parting of the Red Sea, and again with Elijah's fiery chariot. These events may have been perceived as miracles, but could they have been part of a larger hidden history of divine technologies? Technologies that were not just supernatural, but scientific. What if the miracles described in the Bible were not just acts of faith, but were influenced by knowledge and technologies that the people of the time couldn't grasp? The Bible is full of references to fire, lightning, and other natural elements that seem to represent divine power. In Exodus 19:18, for example, when God descends upon Mount Sinai, the mountain is described as completely enveloped in smoke, because the Lord descended upon it in fire. In 1 Kings 18:38, Elijah calls upon God, and the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt offering. What if this fire is not just a symbol of divine power, but a manifestation of a higher technology, one that can harness and control energy in ways that would seem miraculous to ancient peoples? There is also the possibility that Elijah's ascension was not just a one-time event, but part of a larger, ongoing interaction between humanity and extraterrestrial or advanced beings. Could Elijah have been chosen to ascend to the heavens because of his understanding of these technologies, or perhaps because he was a messenger from these beings, sent to communicate something far beyond the understanding of his time? What if Elijah's chariot was not the only one of its kind, and this was just one instance of a greater phenomenon, one that we are only now beginning to uncover? In closing, we must ask ourselves, what if the stories of the Bible, including the ascension of Elijah, are not just spiritual allegories, but accounts of real, tangible encounters with ancient technology? What if the fiery chariot was a spacecraft, and Elijah's ascent was a journey not to the divine heavens, but to the stars? These are the questions that challenge our perceptions of the past, and invite us to look deeper into the mysteries of the Bible, and perhaps the very origins of humanity itself. What if this is just the beginning? What if the chariots of fire were only one part of a much larger story that we've yet to fully understand? Stay tuned, because the mysteries of Elijah's ascent may lead us to revelations about the nature of divine encounters, extraterrestrial life, and the hidden history of humanity that will change everything we know.